Oh, this is it. Hi, everyone.
Apocalypse Alchemy.
My name is Pat. I'm a qualified psychotherapist and linguist. I love languages. That's my kind of area of expertise and shadow work as well. And I'm joined, as I will be most weeks, by the wonderful Ian. Do you want to introduce yourself, Ian, my friend?
Hello, yes, thank you, Patrick. So I'm Ian. I'm a Reiki therapist, Reiki master teacher, meditation teacher and coach. I also do hypnosis and various forms of massage. So very much in the spiritual, energetic realms from my side of the world. And obviously, we're both on a journey of not just helping to heal others, but also helping to heal ourselves, navigate ourselves through life. We have some weird synchronicities at times, don't we?
Deep, meaningful conversations about what we're currently going through, shadow work, healing, the collective, what's going on at the moment with this great awakening that
Mm.
is currently occurring on our uh, planet. We won't talk about the shape of the Earth in this episode, but we will in another one, I'm sure. Like deep, interesting topics. Yeah, this podcast really is just a natural progression of what we've already been doing, and our intention with it is to obviously have fun, number one, because it's so cool talking about deep shit. It's
Mm.
like what we both live for, We're not
Mm.
into the surface level conversations. Let's do this. Thank you for tuning in, guys. It's been an absolute pleasure. I've been Patrick. Ian has been Ian. We have been one. We've been the podcast. All right. Take care, guys. Speak to you in another moment
Right.
of the ever present.
Okay, doke. Hey, welcome back, guys. Welcome back to our channel, Apocalypse Alchemy. Um, Last week we did our first video, which was kind of like an introduction of what we're going to talk about and what we're going to cover. Anyway, today we're going to go delve into kind of like the healing side of things with regards to spirituality. Yeah, I'm going to talk about like chakras, the colors of chakras, and Patrick's going to talk about the colors within his therapy practice and how he uses colors alongside the therapy as well. So if you're not aware of what chakras are, then we have over 100 in the body, but the main seven are the one that people tend to relate to and gravitate towards, which are your main seven within your body, which is like your root, your sacral, solar plexus, heart, throat, third eye, and the crown. And each of
Can
these
I just
chakras.
say, I had no idea there were more than seven. I will
All right,
really
okay.
over 100. Is that what they say?
Yes, well, your main seven chakras kind of like run up your spine, and that's basically where your nerve endings meet. So each of those points on the spine correlate to the various organs within the body. And that's why they correspond to not only the spiritual and energetic side of the body, but also how they correlate to the physical side of the body. And that's why sometimes we can feel certain emotions in certain areas of the body, and that usually corresponds to either a feeling or a color, or a certain chakra. And that's what we're going to get into a little bit today. So I think there's like something like 112, but they run along all the different meridians and whatever throughout the body. Um, but they're very, very interesting. And they can affect us every single day. Our energy affects us every single day. All our emotions, our thoughts, our feelings, the places we are, the people we encounter, it all affects our energy on some level. So if we're in a place of fear, then we tend to resort to our primal instinct, which is fight or flight, basically, which is all kind of within the root chakra. So if you're in a place within life where you feel you've been stuck, or there's a massive change in life, maybe there's grief or someone's died, change in job, anything like that, anything that affects us in a big way in life will affect the root chakra. And you tend to also find that a lot of anxiety and mental health problems originate in the root chakra as well. That's what I've found with a lot of the energy work that I've done with some of my clients.
That makes
And that
sense.
obviously
That
comes
makes
into
sense.
your line of work.
Yeah, that makes sense. So that's why, like, when you feel like you're scared and nervous, you want to
Mm.
like you poo yourself basically. Is that why? Because you've got all that energy like at the bottom. So the root
Mm.
chakra would be
Yeah.
what starting at that
It's
kind of area,
like
is it?
the base of the spine. Yeah.
There is base of the spine. Oh,
Yeah.
okay, I see. So the root chakra, let's go through the colors of them as well. So we'll start with the root chakra, shall we?
The
So that
root
is
chakra's red.
red. I know that
Yeah.
one.
Yeah.
That's red. And I guess that's is that why red is to do with like sexuality as well?
I think so. I think red is more to do, well, when I think of the color red, I think of either anger or fire,
Hmm.
change. That's what I kind of think of when I think of red. Um, I mean, what do you think of when you think of the color red? What do you think of?
I've exposed myself now. Pardon the pun. Well, yeah, I'd say yeah, fire as well. Fire, um, aggression, but as well warmth as well. I guess that comes with fire. And yeah, it's sex. That's why I thought I didn't know if it was if the root was to do with that, or is it the next one at the say the
So
sex chakra?
your sacral is said to be more connected to your sex energy, your
Ah, okay.
sexuality, your creation, the creative energy that comes from within. That tends to be more connected to kind of like the reproductive system, whereas your root chakra is all to do with your grounding, your stability, your security, your protection in life, basically. So anything on a physical level, it will be connected to your lower three chakras. So you like your root, your sacral, and your solar plexus. And your solar plex, so your sacral chakra is kind of like just below like your belly button, sort of like in the middle of your navel, that sort of area. And that's an orange color. And then the solar plexus chakra is like a yellow, is depicted as a yellow color, or a golden yellow color. And that's kind of like just below where the ribs kind of like meet, in the middle there. And that's like your solar plexus area. And that's all to do with like your confidence and your drive in life. And if life is a bit kind of like difficult and feels a bit sticky, and you feel stuck in certain areas, that can be down to your solar plexus because you just haven't got the drive to get through it. So it'd be interesting to hear from your standpoint as well, from your clients, about
Mm.
some of the colors that they see and what they feel like internally within their body when they see these things.
The healing work I do with clients, they come up with different colors, but yeah, normally, I'm trying to think now. Um, if it's anger or something like that, it's normally a red color, red or a black as well. They'll
Mm.
kind of see it as a
Mm.
black. Um, so yeah. Also with the because the next one's the heart, right? So we've done the root chakra, which is the red,
Mm.
the sacral, which is orange, right?
Mhm. Mhm.
The solar plexus, which is yellow, and the next one is the green, the heart chakra.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
have, yeah, really cool one. With that, I'll kind of just ask my clients because when you do this like healing work with them, you want to take them down from the level of story and whatnot and get them into their body and get them connecting with themselves on that level, like energetically. And a lot of them, once they've kind of changed the energy, they might start with like a bit of blackness on the heart, then they give it the love and attention energy. We do the healing work.
Mm.
And then eventually I ask them, okay, what color is it now? And it's a lot of the time with the heart is green. They say
Mm.
like green, like a real, and they specifically say green, like, in nature, that kind of
Yeah,
green. And I
yeah, yeah.
found that very interesting.
Mm.
Um, because they say talking about the heart chakra, right? Earth, they talk about Earth being like the heart. Do you know the
Mm.
heart of the solar system or I don't know, we can get into this another time, maybe about the nature of reality and whatnot. But they say that the Earth is the heart, and that's
Mm.
why it's like an anagram as well, isn't it? It's an anagram talking about
Yeah,
the words Earth and heart.
yeah,
It's an anagram.
yeah,
Um, so green, and it's a very green, obviously, most of it. It's quite blue as well, I guess. But yeah, green. Green's the color of
yeah.
the Earth, isn't it? the heart.
Yeah, definitely. And that, I mean, that heart energy as well, it connects, what I feel is it connects you directly to your, like your soul, really. So we tend to talk like in spiritual terms, we tend to talk about like coming out of the head and going into the heart, and opening your heart and
Mm,
connecting to things from the heart, connecting with that love energy, because that is who we are. That's our main, I suppose, state is love, and it's only through the physical, I suppose, life that we live that creates all these other things that go on that we have to navigate through, that deflect us away from that state of love, and that way of being. But I just think it's because I know you've said before on some of our chats before as well, where um, you've asked people to like draw a certain color, or use colors on certain parts of the body of what they correlate to as well. So do the colors that they draw also depict like the chakras, and where this energy is coming from?
I'll not really get them to draw things uh, in the session. Like I don't do art therapy with them per se,
Right.
like that. But no, like I said, just yeah, sometimes it will be normally green with the heart, but it really depends. It really
Mm,
depends. Yeah. Common theme is black for something which is very heavy, a very heavy energy is
mm,
a black. And then they'll come out with green for the heart a lot of the time, and then yeah, it could be like a red for like an anger, like a really
mm.
dark kind of red. But apart from that, I don't know. I don't really work like directly with chakras in that way, you know. I
Yeah.
kind of just let the session go where it gets guided to go
Yeah.
with it. What to pick up what you said about what you said about the heart, um made me think of pictures of Jesus, you know. I'm trying to like I don't have one right next to me, but around here in Italy there's loads of pictures of Jesus, and in all of them, well, in a lot of them he's like pointing up and pointing into his heart, you know. One
Mm.
hand going into his heart and one hand going up, because that's
Yeah.
the way to ascend, right? You ascend through the heart. So you go through the heart, um, and yeah, up into the head, which is the heavens.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. I
So
mean, I mean,
what's the next one up? Sorry, go on.
so after that is like the throat. So that tends to be like a light blue color. And that's obviously to do with like your communication. So if you talk too much, or if you don't talk enough, or you don't speak what you need to speak, then you'll tend to have issues with the mouth, or issues with the throat, colds, flus that can arise. I know when I do Reiki courses, because I speak quite a lot for like 2 days solid, pretty much, I always end up getting like yeah, a sore throat, but in the end I'll also get a cold, because I'm not used to speaking that much. So like that chakra is being overactive than what it normally would be. So that's why you get that disturbance in that area of the body. Um, and then after that, it's like the third eye, which is like a royal blue or a violet blue. And then the crown, I mean, I know you talk about Jesus, but like when you see pictures of like spiritual figures like Jesus or Mary and people like that, they always have this sort of like golden like sheen around the top of the head. And again, the crown chakra is depicted, it can be depicted in like a gold or a purple or a white. And again, that's your connection to above, to the heavens, to source, to God, whatever you want to call it, whatever your terminology. Um, and that as well as that energy going out, it also comes in. So you receive information through the crown as well. And then your physical body, and your other energy centers have to try and decipher what you're feeling, what you're experiencing on like a psychic level or a mediumistic level, or even just like a sensitive level, because we're all psychic. It's just understanding and discerning what it is, and tuning more into your intuition. And that's what I'm more interested in that. I mean, obviously I use the colors and things and chakras for healing, but knowing about the intuitive side of things as well, and where these feelings come from when you're tapping into stuff.
Mm, interesting. Is that where like downloads come from then? When people say like, "Oh, I've got like a download," or they have like a
Yeah, yeah,
realization of something. Would you say it's the energy coming in through the crown
yeah. I
chakra?
think it's the energy is coming in from the crown. It's coming down into your being, and you become aware
Mm,
of it. And whatever your kind of main ability is, because we all have abilities. So we could be clairaudient, we could be clairvoyant, clairsentient, claircognizant, whatever. There's so many different clairs. Um, that will tune into that download, and then you'll be more aware of it. And it'll come through like with a clarity, and it will just become clearer and clearer. Um, so yeah, it really is fascinating. And then that energy that you're emitting, if you're emitting and you're on a good uh in a good stable health, good grounding, that energy is gonna just go, it's gonna go out and it goes into your aura. And that's when people can kind of like start picking up on your energetic frequency of what's being emitted from you. I find it really fascinating stuff.
So auras then, because auras are like some people can see them, some people can't. They're like the like a little thin layer of kind of color that go around the outline of a person's body, right? Are
Yeah,
those to
yeah.
do with chakras as well, or?
Yeah, sometimes when you'll see certain colors in someone's aura. So when I've worked with people before and I've seen like a certain color in the aura, and then I usually depict that color to a chakra. So if I see, say, a light blue in the aura, I'll say to them, "Oh, there's like a level of there's a communication issue somewhere, or there's something that needs to be said." Um, but then a lot of the time, what I'll see with auras is just kind of like it can sometimes just be like a thin sheen, like almost like like when you look at like a hot road in the summer and you see that sort of mirage across the, it's a little
Mm.
bit like that sometimes for me. Um, but yeah, but I mean the aura can go like it can go quite far out. They do say it goes out around about 4 to 6 feet around your body, above and below as well. So it just shows how powerful we are because we're constantly emitting this energy from within.
Mm. Okay. Ah, that's interesting.
Mm.
That's interesting.
So there we go. There's your little lesson on chakras, because I know you'd said you
Yeah.
don't know loads about them. So I just thought it would be
Mm.
interesting to talk about them a little bit today. But they all have like I mean, we have other chakras as well. We have another one that goes, it's about, I think it's about 2 feet below our physical body. That's called the Earth Star chakra. So that's where like your deep ground into the earth comes in. Then you have three more like above the head, which connects you to like Akashic and galactic and all that sort of stuff. I just think they're absolutely fascinating subject to talk about, and it can be quite
Yeah. And just to finish
well.
up, because I know we want to make this like a shorter video, didn't we?
Mm,
Um, I've noted like the rainbow flag in the background. That's it's the chakras, right?
yeah. Yeah,
Got
and you
the root
see that
one,
in a
yeah.
lot. Yeah, you see that in a lot. You see that. I mean, when you think of like rainbows as well, when you see the rainbow in the sky, because the water's shining through the light on a certain frequency, you see all them colors. But you also get that in, people's vision, people's field of vision, and how the color reflects back and whatever, and how you see it. It goes through, it goes through all life basically when you look deeply into it. It affects all elements within life. So I just think it's a fascinating subject so I mean, if you want to look more into chakras, there's loads and loads of videos out there about them. But it's a great way to step into the realms of energy and spirituality and just connecting to that energy within as well.
Mm.
So there we go. Is there
Nice one.
anything
Thank you
else?
very much. Appreciate
Yeah,
that.
you're welcome. Anything
That's
else you want to talk
that's
about?
all, man. No, that's all really. That's all. Just want,
Cool.
yeah, nice to get a little crash course on on chakras and colors, and yeah. I guess we could talk briefly before we finish in about the different foods. People talk about eating or even wearing different colors.
Mm.
You know,
Yeah, yeah,
do you
yeah,
recommend that to your clients sometimes? If they're like,
absolutely.
they've got a block with their throat chakra or whatever, you're like, oh, eat some blueberries,
Yeah,
Do
yeah.
you get them to do that?
Yeah, I mean, foods are really, really good um, for connecting to the certain energies within the body. I love blueberries, and I think blueberries have a really, really good effect on the third eye, just because of the color of them, they're like that really dark blue color. But I always feel that when I do eat blueberries, I don't know, I just feel a little bit more tuned in. I don't know why. So whether it's something to do with the blueberries or what, I don't know. But again, people talk about like tomatoes being good for the heart when you cut a tomato in half, even though they're red. But also sometimes the food is actually showing you what it's good for. So yeah, I mean, food, nature, everything that that we can grow in nature has an effect on us, rather than the junk food that tries to get forced upon most people.
Yeah,
So
and they say that, don't they? Like eat the rainbow, try and have
mm,
like eat a lot of different colors and stuff.
yeah,
I guess that's all it's all linked, isn't
yeah. I wonder if that's where Taste the Rainbow came from, but for Skittles.
it? Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
To try and hijack it.
They're just
Yeah,
as
nice,
good for you.
nice one.
Cool. Right. Well, we'll leave that here. Thanks for watching this quick video with myself and Patrick today, and we shall see you in the next one. Bye for now.
Bye bye.